Hello again guys, it's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and today I have another haul video. Very quickly though, if you're new here, welcome. This is a channel all about reselling online. I sell on eBay, Etsy and Poshmark, and I do it part-time while raising my 3 boys under 5 at home. So if that sounds interesting and you would like to learn more about reselling online and how I do that while balancing work life and family life, please do think about hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to say hello in the comments as well. Okay, so this is mostly from a thrift store today, but I did hit up one yard sale on the way where I actually only found one item. It was a very, I don't want to say overpriced because you can price things however you want at your own yard sale, but there was nothing there that I was going to be able to buy as far as I could tell in terms of clothing and things like that to resell. Kids' boots were around $25, that kind of thing, so it definitely wasn't for me in terms of the clothing, but I did find one item. Okay, so the one item, the mystery item that I grabbed was this. It's by Sony. At first I thought it was just a Walkman, but it's actually a voice recorder as well. It has a microphone up here. I looked up the model and stuff, the comps on eBay, and actually I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to preface by saying that, and that's on my to-do list today. But actually the comps look pretty good. I paid $1 for this, which is like the one thing I could find that wasn't outside of what I was willing to pay, I suppose. But yes, paid $1, and the comps are anywhere from like 25 to 30 all the way up to 65 depending on working conditions. So I'm going to test this bad boy out today and get him listed on eBay. Okay, and so everything else was from a thrift store. It was from a local Goodwill that I haven't been to in a while. I have noticed their prices creeping up a little bit, which is whatever. It's their business model, it's their prerogative, that's fine, but I've had to adapt a little bit. So I'll let you know that I paid for the entire haul that I'm going to show you about $98 and change, and it worked out as each individual item on average cost $4.70. I pretty much always consider my cost of goods like an average of how much I spent overall at this point, just because it helps me to keep a better track and know my baselines, my profit margins and things like that off the top of my head just a little bit better, and it's much easier for me at least bookkeeping per trip that I go on when I'm thrifting. Okay, so first item is a new with tags item, which I was pretty excited about. Blue tags were all half price. Obviously I said that my cost of goods, it's $4.70 per piece is where it averages out, but if you want to keep your eye out for the blue tags, that'll let you know the items that I got at a discount sort of right there on the day. I always think that's interesting to know, like what we would buy at half price versus what we would pay full price for. I don't know. Anyway, so this is an athletic dress. It is a hot pink color, as you can see, with a mesh detail and an open, kind of like a racer back, but more like an open back with that mesh detail. And then it has like open straps here on the back as well. Like I said, new with tags, and it's by Fabletics. It was originally $90. There you go. And then let me see if I can find a logo for you, because I know that's always interested, the tags and the logos. There we go. Oh, hello. There we go, you see that little logo up there, that's what we kind of look for. Sometimes if you can't spot a tag, you can see that little like swirly F logo, and that can help you identify the piece as well. In terms of size, it's an extra large. It's a pretty good size actually, and like I said, it is brand new, and it does have some padding here in the front as well in the support section. So I thought that was a pretty good find to start off with. And then also along the theme of athletic wear is another new with tags piece. This is Victoria's Secret Sport. There is the tag. This was originally $45 and, oh sorry, $44.50. Let me be accurate. It is a smaller size, I think, more of a petite size. It's a 36A, and it does have like an underwire support, and it's just a sports bra, but like I said, brand new with tags. So these items were listed pretty high. I'm going to talk about this just for a second. The half price one, not so much. It would have been $6.99 for the dress, so it came out at $3.50, which is perfectly fine. This bra, because it was new with tags, was listed at $6.99. And I'm going to tell you that initially I didn't want to purchase it at that price. I thought it's way too much. You know, I'm not going to have enough meat on the bone, as it were, to sell it at a good profit. So I almost put it back. But here's the thing, and this is why I deal with averages, is I can offset that cost a little bit by getting creative within my thrift stores, the way that they run. So some of these items, depending on the brands and stuff, they do mark them up. I'm going to show you the next item just to let you see. These are Everlane, fantastic brand. These are brand new without tags. There's not a single bit of wear on them whatsoever. They are gorgeous, light, like baby blue leather, made in Italy pumps. I don't know if you can, they're kind of like flat pumps, ballet pumps, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if you can see that oh, the logo, there we go. You can just about see it. They're a size 7. They are absolutely stunning. And they were priced at $14.99, and again, I ummed and ahed over it, like whether or not I should pay that much. Now the comps on these are really good, especially with them being new without tags. Gosh, I think I'm looking at like $60 to $100 on these. Well, time will tell, and I'll do a bit more research, but the comps were looking really strong. But I offset the costs, and here's how I do it. The tanks and the tees, so short sleeve tees and the tank tops, are all $2.99. Those are pretty much the only thing in my store that hasn't gone up yet. Jeans have gone up, dresses have gone up, all that kind of stuff, and they're all sitting around the $7 range, which is quite a lot depending on what brand and stuff you find. But the tees and tanks are always $2.99, and then the blue tags, obviously less, are $1.50, and actually sometimes they mark the tank tops as $1. It just depends. It's how they do it. So I go through the whole store and I make sure that I find all of these, like, you know, great brands, and I put them in my cart and stuff, and then I go to the tees and tanks, and I'm going to show you what I picked up there as well to kind of offset. So these are low cost items that I know I can make, you know, 15 plus on potentially. Some of them are good brands, some of them are just nice graphic tees and stuff, but because that cost of goods is low, I'm able to get more items that I know I'm going to get, you know, a certain amount of return on, and it sort of, like I said, offsets the cost of the more expensive items, so my average per piece comes down significantly. I don't know if that's like a mental trick that I do, but I think that it works out better because I'm making sure that I'm still getting a certain amount of inventory and a certain amount of items to list, because I do focus on listing a certain amount per day because I'm trying to like honor a certain amount of activity in my stores and things like that when it comes to listing at the moment, which I find is being quite helpful in terms of sales and getting other activity back. And sorry, I'm teasing you with this tank. But yeah, so that's how I do it in my thrift store. I do get some of the more expensive items, but I make sure I also load up on some of the lower price items that are still very nice in terms of style and also in brand in some cases. So I would say that tanks are just as important for me to go through as the other items. I hope that that made sense. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you some of these tanks and tees that are in question. So this is actually by American Apparel. So the brand is certainly nothing to scoff at necessarily, but I really liked this. It's just a graphic tank. These are, you know, on trend right now. People like them for like athleisure or workout, and it says, does running out of wine count as cardio? That'll work. It's like a dark grey heathered, it's got a raw edge. I will be listing this around 20 to 25, just depending on how many more are online. Let me see what size it is, because I know people like to know. It's a size small. But again, that was $2.99. So that cost of goods is obviously a lot lower than some of the other items. This doesn't have a brand that I can make out, though I think I see the Paramount sign. I could be making that up. But this was also classed as, even though it's a sweatshirt, it was classed as a tee. I'm not sure why. But so $2.99. Who could leave this behind? Oh my goodness. It's Clueless. The 90s are back, you guys. This is looking like a size small to medium to me. It's in good shape, no stains or anything like that, but I just thought that was really cool graphics, and I think that that's going to do pretty well considering how popular that movie is right now. Alright, next item. So this was another full price item, but again I'm calling it $4.70, and I know that I said I'm not picking this brand up. Don't tell me off. It's Free People, it's a size small, but it was the piece itself that caught my eye, not the brand. So it is, first of all, it has a lovely low scoop back, and it's all embroidered all the way down the arms and down the front, kind of like a fitted bodycon style dress. Really, really beautiful, almost like a southwestern type stitching design to it. I just thought it was really, really lovely. So like I said, I was fairly happy when I saw it was Free People, but I liked the style initially just by itself. This I grabbed because of the time of year we're in, springtime, and the size. It's 2XL, which is a good size. It is LuLaRoe. And usually I stick to only solid pieces, but I actually left a solid piece behind. There was a long, like, orange ribbed, not really, it's like a high-low maxi dress almost. I almost got it. It was full price, but I just decided, looking at comps, that while I think I could make a decent profit, I just wasn't too secure in it, so I left it behind. But this piece I thought was so nice for the season. So it's just like a watercolor floral print, short sleeves, and it's like a almost like a little fit and flare kind of situation happening with a pleat and then exposed zipper. I actually also got it for experiment's sake, so I've only really sold the solids or the Disney prints. I've never sold like something like this that's, you know, not like an abstract or geometric prints or whatever, just like a really nice watercolor floral is what I would call this. And I thought the style of dress was nice, so I really just want to see how it does. It's something that I know people say, you know, stay away from LuLaRoe and stuff like that, but I kind of want to find out for myself. So I'll let you know how that goes, and I thought the size and the style was nice. Same with this piece. I'm pretty picky, I would say, when it comes to this. It's Chico's, but it's size 3. That's their vanity sizing, so I think that makes this an extra large, or maybe even a little bit bigger, we'll see. But it is brand new with tags. It doesn't have the price on it still, but it does have the name, which is useful. So it's the Lattice Shoulder Maxi Dress in solid blue, and it's really, really pretty. It's a nice style. So obviously this is the lattice area right here, and then as it says, it's a maxi dress, and it does have sort of a high-low thing happening at the bottom. It is that larger size. It's a current style, and I just thought it was a really nice piece going into spring and summer, so I'm going to list that. Oh goodness, I don't know, I only saw one other one up and it was for $50, so I'll probably follow suit and list that for about $50, because Chico's, it's going to have been way more expensive than that, brand new. So okay, we've got another dress here. Just nice for the spring and summer and outdoorsy time that's coming. I liked the print. It's organic, at least an organic cotton blend. There's the print if you want to see it. I just thought it was nice. It does also have, it has a twisted racer back. Like I said, organic cotton blend, and it does have like a small support area right here in the front, and the brand is Patagonia. It is a size small. I would have preferred it to be a little bit larger. I find small Patagonia sits a bit longer, but again, it's a nice brand. It's perfect for the time of year. It's in fantastic shape, and it has, you know, the nice fabric blends and whatnot to go with it. So we'll give it a try. Alright, this piece was a bit of a mystery to me. It's a size 4, it's Betsey Johnson. So here's this tag. Now, I've talked about not necessarily buying Betsey Johnson anymore, but I said specifically about there's a black tag with pink writing, and that's like their lower end stuff that they've sold at like department stores and things like that. I am unsure about the white and pink tag. Is this also the lower end? Does anybody happen to know? I still think I'll do okay on style, but I would love to know if anybody has any insight. And it's just a really nice like sweetheart neckline, strapless, ruffle bottom. I suppose it's like, it's kind of like a nightie, but it's obviously intended to be lingerie. I think it has the potential for straps, I think, right here in the front for like a halter neck. It doesn't have the strap attachment on the back. I do not have that strap, but I'm not too worried about that. But I just thought it was really, really pretty. Very classic Betsey Johnson, and very like that kind of pin-up vibe to it. Here is another one of the t-shirts that I was telling you about. It's Altered State, which is actually fairly expensive. It's sold here in the South, I know, and it's kind of like marketed as a Christian store. It's a size medium, but it's very like heathered grey. It says, "Wake up, hug cat, have a good day." You can't go wrong. So I'll probably put this up again for like 20, 25, depending on if there's any more. And it's in beautiful condition as well. Next one is a brand I always like to find. This is not the Anthropology version as far as I can tell, in terms of the RN number doesn't match, but it's still a brand that moves well for me. It's Cloth and Stone with a size medium, and I absolutely love their pieces. This is the kind of stuff I like to have in my wardrobe, but it's almost like a window pane plaid, but kind of like almost has like a sketch detail to it. Just a button up with tab sleeves, and then on the back it has what I feel like is pretty classic for them, which is those kind of like split tails you see there. Such a nice piece, kind of oversized. And I think it's still like an appropriate plaid for spring and summer, actually. Okay, this piece was half price, which is part of the reason I grabbed it. It is a vintage piece, probably from around the 90s. And it's a Levi's piece. There we go, Levi's for women. And it's a cropped sweatshirt, and then here's the embroidered detail on the chest. Long sleeve sweatshirt. I absolutely loved it. Now, it does have a stain. It has some staining down here, some discoloration, but I think I can get that out. Like, it's enough that I want to try for it. I think that I can work some magic with my little stain removing potion that I make up. Yeah, I just thought it was such a cool retro, well, not really retro, vintage I suppose, because it is an older piece. So I thought it was a cool vintage piece. Another tank top. This one was actually only $1, which is why I grabbed it pretty much. I don't know anything about the brand. It's Hybrid Tees. There we go. I'm not sure if it's a men's or a woman's actually, because it says it's a 38 to 40, but honestly the fit of it, it could totally be either. It says good vibes only with a tie-dye design, and I think that that's pretty nice for, like, again, spring and summer and things like that, festival season, whatever. For $1, I'm going to give it a go. This swimsuit, this was a half price item as well, and so it's not super on trend, I wouldn't say, but at the same time, you know, it's a fairly classic cut and stuff. It does have underwire support, which is nice, and the brand is Torrid. That is the older Torrid tag with the pink and the black there. It's a size 2, which is their vanity sizing for a 2X. Just an animal print bathing suit top. I have sold Torrid swimwear in the past when it was like a one-piece swim dress. Granted, it was a very like classic, very stylish piece, and that sold for around $35–40. This I do not expect to get that much for, but I do think that it will still move, because Torrid swimwear in my experience is pretty popular, so time will tell. This I grabbed pretty much purely on style. The brand is not terrible, and it was a half price piece, so I kind of looked into it a bit more. It's which I think is like a boutique brand, but I love the style for like festival season. So it has all this lovely cutout. It's very like loose and billowy with tiered sleeves, and then it has like a tiered ruffle on the bottom. So keywords for this would be boho, festival, peasant, you know, loose flowy fit, that kind of thing is what I would use. And it's a very nice coral colour as well, which is pretty on trend this year, considering that the Pantone colour of the year is living coral, I think, so that can't hurt. Okay, this I grabbed because, well, it's J.Crew. It is not a factory piece because there's no dots underneath. It's a size 8, which is pretty good. What is your fabric content? Nope, you're all cotton, never mind. But I grabbed it and need the lint roll, brace yourself, because it's the career wear. So it's a very nice structured V-neck dress, and then it does have like big pockets and stuff in the side, kind of like a knee length. I looked it up and by the style number when I was in the store, and actually couldn't find any on Poshmark. There was one on eBay that was marked at like $50. So I have to do a bit more research into that, but I like the J.Crew career pieces, and I think that other people do as well. 8's a good size, and it was a half price piece, so I went ahead and rolled the dice on that one. Same with this. This is a J.Crew piece. It is factory. Again, you can see those little dots there. That's the difference. And it's a size 14, which is a nice size for J.Crew. I usually find it in the smaller sizes. But I love the style. It does need a wash, just because it has like a few little marks and stuff on it. But it's a nice V-neck, very classic, almost pin-up retro style top with, it's almost like a peplum. There's like a seam here that would make it almost like a peplum fit. And just a very classic oversized navy blue and white polka dot. And it is a linen blend. So all of those factors together, I decided to give it a go. And then the one pair of jeans, I put quite a few pairs of jeans back just because I felt that their cost didn't really offset in terms of how much I was planning to get for them. But I looked this style up, and even though it's not the style that I would usually want, which is like distressed, skinny, dark wash, all that good stuff, it still seemed to be doing okay. So it's AG Jeans, which is Adriano Goldschmied. That is what the label inside on this pair looks like. This is an older pair, and then on the back, this was the dead giveaway. You have a little AG there on the back on like a little leather tag, and this is the Angel fit, which actually just means it's a boot cut. So it is like a medium to dark wash. Now it does have some wear on the cuffs. I'm aware of that. I'll probably just kind of neaten it up a little bit, and obviously I'll disclose it. I'm not super worried about that, and actually, to tell you the truth, these are my size. So if they don't sell in a good amount of time, I may just get me a pair of AG jeans, I'm not sure, but otherwise really good shape. So just the cuffs there that have some wear. Then we have 2 more pairs of shoes, and then that's it. So these are funky looking shoes. These were on the half price tag, so I went ahead and grabbed them. They're Skechers Shape Ups. That's what they look like inside, and they are in good shape. Oh goodness, It's so dark in there. There we go, shape ups. And so this like curvature here to the sole, it's supposed to work out like different part of your legs and stuff like that. But they tend to do pretty well for me, and they are a size, they're size 7, and Skechers shoes will always have a style number right here on the little tag, as well as a S/N and about 5 digits following, and that's what you can use to look up to find out the exact name of the pairs of shoes that you have. And the last thing I'm going to show you is these are new without tags. I guess they still have the stickers on and stuff. Look at this like 90s chunky heel situation we have going on. So the brand is Tommy Hilfiger. They're very, I guess, late 90s or really more like early 2000s. Like I feel like I would have worn these to like a high school disco. I sound really old. To a disco. I would have worn these to a disco. But anyway, like very chunky block heel. They're just a pair of like slides, almost like mules, open toe, and then they do have a little metal Tommy Hilfiger flag detail right there. But I think that they're cool. I think that they're the right kind of like retro feel to them or whatever. So I picked them up, and they're brand new, so I figured I'd give them a try. Alright, so that is everything. I think the real star of the shows are these Everlane shoes, and I cannot wait to list those and let you know how they do. But that is everything that I picked up this day. So there was about, oh goodness, about 22 items, including the Sony Walkman doodah thing that I picked up. So that should keep me going for about a week, if that, maybe 4 days. And then I guess we'll go out and we'll figure out some more stuff. And I'm still working through a few piles of past rummage sales and thrift sale hauls that I have done. If you're interested in those, I will pop a card up so you can see those playlists and stuff and go check out some more hauls that I have done. But for the most part, I have been listing faster than I thought I would. I thought having a lot of stuff in reserve would give me a chance to just kind of like stay home and just do nothing but list for a few weeks, but actually I've been sort of outpacing myself a little bit, so that's why I went and picked up a few items this weekend. Thank you so much guys for hanging out. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you would like to see more, and again, don't forget to say hello in the comments so I can say hello back, and I will see you in the next video. Bye you guys.